Another deadly strike on an alleged drug boat in the Eastern Pacific. U.S. Southern Command saying in part, quote, intelligence confirmed that vessel was carrying illicit narcotics and transiting along a known narco-trafficking route in the Eastern Pacific. 4 male narco-terrorists aboard that vessel were killed.
I saw 2 survivors trying to flip a boat loaded with drugs down for the United States, back over, so they could stay in the fight. And potentially, given all the context we heard, of other narco-terrorist boats in the area coming to their aid to recover their cargo and recover those narco-terrorists.
So that's Republican Senator Tom Cotton immediately as he came out of that SCIF, that secret security briefing there in Washington. He talked for about 5 minutes there about the video of the second strike on that alleged boat in the Caribbean back in September. This after a briefing with the Navy Admiral Frank Mitch Bradley. Now, he detailed that attack to some lawmakers in closed-door sessions yesterday. So far, the U.S. has carried out 22 strikes against alleged drug boats in recent months. Want to bring in Rick Crawford, Republican congressman out of Arkansas, chairman of the House Intelligence Committee. He was also briefed by Admiral Bradley yesterday. And, sir, welcome to our coverage today on this Friday morning. We're here from Senator Cotton. Give me your take. What did you see?
Yeah, I think he characterized that pretty accurately. I wouldn't disagree with his characterization at all. I got the same brief, and you know, Tom pretty well nailed it. I mean, look, these are, got to remember who we're dealing with here. I mean, we're dealing with cartel operatives. They are so vile. The things that they do, you know, to say nothing of the fact that they bring illicit drugs into the United States, but their conduct makes ISIS look like Boy Scouts. So I don't know that we should shed a tear over these strikes that are keeping Americans safe.
Here is Jim Himes, Democrat colleague from Connecticut. He sees it entirely. I mean, this is a 180 here, okay? Listen to his observation.
On that room was one of the most troubling things I've seen in my time in public service. Any American who sees the video that I saw will see the United States military attacking shipwrecked sailors. Bad guys, but attacking shipwrecked sailors. Now, there's a whole set of contextual items that the Admiral explained. Yes, they were carrying drugs. They were not in the position to continue their mission in any way.
So he says they were shipwrecked a couple times there, which suggests that they were defenseless. What do you say to that?
Yeah, this isn't the Skipper and Gilligan on the SS Minnow that we're going after here. These are hardened drug traffickers. That was, look, I have the utmost respect for my ranking member, Jim Himes, but respectfully, you know, we just disagree. We're dealing with a vile element here, and they were, as my friend Senator Cotton characterized, they were trying to right that ship. It was still laden with cargo because it was strapped into the boat. They were potentially signaling other vessels in the region. We don't know if they had access to SATCOMs or not, but as he characterized, still in the fight. And this is characteristic of these kind of strikes where we hear the term double tap. It's completely consistent with the same tactics and techniques and procedures that took place under President Obama's watch when he took strikes on terrorists, some of which were U.S. persons and/or U.S. citizens. So I don't recall the outrage on those strikes when it was the Obama administration exercising, but we have all this righteous indignation because President Trump is taking an active role in protecting Americans.
All right, it's Friday morning here. 2 days ago on Wednesday, the president was asked about it, as to whether or not the American public would see it. Here's how he answered that.
You released video of that first boat strike on September 2nd, but not the second video. Will you release video of that strike so that the American people can see for themselves what happened?
I don't know what they have, but whatever they have, we'd certainly release, no problem. You know, we stopped every boat we knock out. We save 25,000 American lives. Right.
Sir, will we see it? Should we see it?
Well, I think if you saw that in context and you understood the briefing that we got as it applies to the decision tree that takes place in real time, a joint operations center where these strikes are basically led and directed there's so many people in there, and not to mention the fact that there are lawyers present. This is not some, you know, rogue decision that some guy just, you know, jumped out there and on his own did. It follows a strict protocol, the decision-making process, what they call a decision tree before they exercise. And there's a consensus in the room. Ultimately, the decision is made by the man at the top, and that's Admiral Bradley. And, you know, to say something about Admiral Bradley, first off, appreciate him and the chairman coming in and briefing us, but he is one of the most respected officers in the military. We don't know a heck of a lot about him because he is a quiet professional. He does exercise sound judgment, and he did so in this case as well.
Rick Crawford.
Wind. One heartbeat, then another. 7 million years ago, something stood up in the darkness and stared hunger dead in the face. It wasn't human yet, but it was us. And what it decided to put in its mouth that night changed the destiny of every living thing on this planet, including you. Title slams. What our ancients really ate. This is Swartkrans Cave, South Africa. 1.8 million years ago. A little girl, maybe 8, walked in here with her family. None of them walked out. Her skull was cracked open like a walnut. Her arm bones snapped for the marrow inside. The tooth marks aren't leopard. They're paranthropus, our peaceful, plant-eating cousin.
Fruits vanish overnight. Our earliest ancestors, Sahelanthropus, Ororin, Ardipithecus, are apes with a serious problem. They can't climb like chimps anymore, so they do 3 things no primate has ever done. 1, they stand up. 2, they walk out of the trees